Hello and welcome back to All About Community. Again, my name is Robert L. Harris. I am your host, and my guest is Larry Jackson. Larry Jackson is with ShotSpotter. Uh, Larry, what is your position at ShotSpotter?
So I am Senior Vice President of Customer Success and Analytics.
And what does all that big title mean?
Those are a lot of words. It really says that my team, and I'm really blessed to have a very talented team of former law enforcement executives, former deputy chiefs and actual chiefs of police that work with our clients hand in hand to help them understand not only how our technology works, but how to best integrate it into their operations. I always say that technology is only as good as those who use it. So we make sure that we partner extremely closely with our clients to make sure they're getting the most value out of ShotSpotter and our other technologies.
Now, Oakland, I believe, has contracted with ShotSpotter. How long ago did that happen?
Well,
And tell us a little bit about the success of that program with Oakland.
Absolutely, Bob. And thanks for that question. You know, we're proud of our relationship with the city of Oakland and OPD. We've been partners since 2006. And over that time, we've expanded significantly. In order to really understand the value of ShotSpotter to Oakland, I think you have to understand a couple of things. One that I alluded to earlier is that in many instances where there's illegal gunfire, there are no 911 calls. Data generally says 80% of the time that's the case. In Oakland, our analysis shows that's 95 to 99% of the time there is not a corresponding 911 call when there's a gunshot.
People hear a gunshot and just ignore it?
There could be a number of factors. One, they hear it, they don't know where it is, they don't call. They hear it, they may be so used to it, unfortunately, they don't call. Another point might be they don't call because they don't want any type of retaliation. There could be a number of factors. And unfortunately, in Oakland, we also know that you can be on hold for quite a while trying to get through to 911. So it could be a myriad of factors on why people don't call 911. But in order to understand Oakland, use that as kind of your foundation. From that point, ShotSpotter allows police officers to get to the scene within 60 seconds, as I said.
Without a phone call.
Without a phone call, and to the dot to where that incident took place. And so that's extremely valuable to helping find victims and to save lives. And we always say our true value is to save lives. And so between the years of 2020 and 2023, there were nearly 400 victims found because of ShotSpotter and no 911 call. 400 victims found because of ShotSpotter and no 911 call that were aided by first responders, police officers, or EMT officers.
Now, without ShotSpotter, we would have never known, is that?
We would have never known, because if you think about it, you're operating without a ShotSpotter, you're really operating in the dark with respect to what the true number of incidents of gunfire are around the city of Oakland. So, you know, if I think about it, if you didn't have people calling in 911, if you didn't have a ShotSpotter, what would happen to actually those 400 victims that are lying on the street? We wouldn't know.
So, in layman's term, the absence of ShotSpotter would mean that a lot of victims would be just victims until somebody ultimately found them. Is that right?
If they're found.
If they're found.
That's absolutely correct.
But with ShotSpotter, we're able, through that technology, to quickly discern where the shots came from, and we can go and render aid.
We can render aid, absolutely. That's one of the critical matters. You can get there quickly and render aid for those victims.
Now, what other cities do we have that use ShotSpotter? Roughly, some other cities.
So we're in over 170 cities.
170
cities across the United States. We're in South Africa.
South Africa?
We're in Uruguay, and we continue to expand in South America. So there are a number of cities that find extreme value in this technology, not only for saving lives, but if you think about it from an investigative standpoint, and I can take this back to a bit of Oakland as well. if there's not a victim, this is a tremendous tool for gathering evidence. You can capture guns, and in the city of Oakland in 2023, some 56 guns were recovered because of ShotSpotter. And in addition to that, 980 shell casings were picked up. And if you or your audience understands, shell casings from a gun, almost like fingerprints for an individual. You can start to track that gun, that usage of that gun over time, over multiple incidents, and close in on that information for your cases. So as an investigation tool, it is also extremely valuable to not only the city of Oakland, but all of our other clients.
What about the, in Oakland in particular, the budget implications of ShotSpotter? How much does it cost, for example?
So ShotSpotter in Oakland is less than $1 million.
Less than $1 million for all this great technology?
Exactly. Less than $1 million for our overall array on an annual basis. And if you think about that in the totality of the overall police budget, it's less than 1%. But as we talked about, from a saving lives perspective, a response perspective, an evidence gathering perspective, and one other component, Bob, is that the aggregated data that's provided through all of our ShotSpotter data gives you insights into the number of shots that take place in the city, time of day, location. All that helps to frame strategies, not only for OPD, but also can be used for strategies for community organizations on how we work together to remedy the crisis in our city. So it has extreme value.
Has extreme value, community organizations working together. These are all the kinds of benefits we get from the use of our ShotSpotter technology. Don't touch that remote. We will be right back with All About Community again. My name is Robert L. Harris, and my guest is Larry Jackson of ShotSpotter. We will be right back.